Welcome back. This is Empower, where we focus on people and workplace. And today we are blessed to have an entrepreneur with us. And we are going on to discuss, and you're saying that sometimes business is good, or you have a lot of work. Sometimes it's not there. How do you manage such times? Because that is normal with business.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember there was a day there was like no clients coming. It was around 3 months, 4 months. No clients.
Wow, 3, 4.
Yes, no client. So at that time I was just telling God, please open doors.
Yes.
Open doors. But I've come to realize there's that season in business. You'll experience such kind of things.
Yes.
But how you handle that issue matters.
Yes, matters a lot.
Many people quit at that period of time.
Yes.
So you must be strong. Don't give up.
Yes.
Don't give up. Yeah.
Okay, the beauty with you here, and as I listen to you, is you have somewhere to run to. You're running to God.
Yes.
Tell him, God, please open doors for me.
Yeah.
The other thing is we don't give up, because if you close doors, then you're closing doors for those people who would have come, who are even watching you and seeing and still planning to come.
Yeah.
I think that is very good.
Yeah.
Now, we always say that we are first Christians, then we become business people or employees or employers. For example, for you are an employer. So how does your faith influence how you run your business?
Yeah.
Yes.
Prayer has changed a lot in my business. It has brought a lot of impact in my business.
Wow.
I cherish prayers.
Amazing.
I cherish prayers in my business.
Yes.
Because outside here, there are those people who are doing business, but with negative forces. They have negative powers.
Yes.
So you see, you must up your game by praying and telling God, I give you my business, protect my business. I also pray for my clients.
Yes.
I also pray for my employees, my fundis. Yeah, so that the grace of God may come, so that He may protect us. Because outside here, there's a lot of things.
Yes.
Especially in the business world, there's a lot of things.
Yes.
But prayer is what has changed me and my business.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for you, as a person, you're anchored on prayer.
Yeah.
Also, your business has to be there.
Yeah.
Prayer. That's amazing. And I believe that you have seen God seeing you through.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing. Now, you're also a minister.
Yeah.
And being a minister and you're running your own business, you have freedom. You can say, biashara kwanza ikae, I go for missions, or I say, my business requires me more, so mission kwanza itulie. So how do you balance that?
Yeah. It all depends with the urgency. Urgency. And then another thing, you must balance. Let's say, for example, I remember there was a day I had a client who wanted something.
Yes.
It was so urgent.
Yes.
And I was in a mission ground. So that's in that season you must now understand how to delegate authority.
Yes.
To delegate. If you're not there, you have someone whom you trust.
Yes.
You can give that job to continue while you are busy somewhere.
You're right.
Yeah, so I've learned the story of delegation. Yeah, so that's how I balance. In case nimeshikana sana or what, I just delegate to my fundi and then he proceeds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is good. Before I move from there, you have fundis.
Yeah.
What are the challenges that you face as you supervise people? Allow me to go that direction, because you have people working with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good fundis come from God. Yeah. And sometimes you can tell them to do this, and then maybe because they have more experience than you, they can downgrade you. And you want quality.
There's a way you want it done.
There's a way I want it done.
Yes.
So you can advise that fundi, and then this person, he doesn't have any experience, ananiambia nini, but that's why I emphasized on prayer. When you pray for them, even when you come and tell them what you want, they will be softened.
Yes.
Yeah, they will be softened. So some fundis listen, others don't. but also at the same time you must understand their nature.
Yes.
Understand people's nature, and then now learn how to cope with their nature. Yeah, and also respect them.
And respect them.
Yeah.
And I also believe that you have some clear guidelines that guide them and what is expected in your workshop.
Yeah.
And considering most of it, for example, being a Christian, there are things that you'd expect to be done in your workshop and they're not done maybe somewhere else. And someone may have come from a different setting. And they are thinking maybe this is the workshop I'm used to, or it's similar to what I do. I love that. Okay, now, as I started the program, I said that we want to be the light and to shine where God has placed us. So how would you explain that you practice this? How do you shine in the marketplace? Because expectation is, even if you're doing similar businesses to the others, like others, you're supposed also to shine because you are Christian. So how do you shine? How would you say that you're really practicing that?
Yeah. Number one key thing I hold so much in my business is honesty. Honesty. Be honest to your client. If this project cannot be finished in 1 week, just be honest with them and tell them why. Because when you share with them your honesty, they will in return give you their trust, their emotion, and also they will, whatever decision you will make, they will agree with you. Honesty, that's number one key thing I normally cherish in my business. Just be honest with your clients. Yeah.
Any other aspect?
I owe that very much because the rest will just flow.
Will flow.
Yeah.
So if someone talks about your business, the one thing about them is that they're honest.
Yes.
And also you give feedback. For example, I can imagine a situation whereby you looked at that work, it was to be done within a week, but it's not possible. Maybe as the week comes to an end, you realize, so how do you handle such so that your client is happy with you? Because I'm supposed to come on Saturday and pick it, and it's not ready.
Yeah. What I do, I normally check a project 2 or 3 days prior delivery. So when I go and check it, I see some errors here and there. I communicate to the client. And then I tell the client, I'm sorry, we cannot deliver on Saturday because of this and this and this. But we are working on it and we shall update you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, young people fear doing business, and maybe someone even is talented to do something, but there's this mentality, maybe I have to be employed. And I love the idea that you say that sometimes you don't need capital to do it. Do you think someone can just start after school and start a business and succeed because jobs are not coming? How would you advise such a person who is struggling? Jobs are not there, and maybe there's something I can do.
Yeah. So there's nothing too hard for God. Number one, prayers.
Yes.
There's nothing too hard for God. And then number two, if you have a skill, you can monetize it. You can use it in exchange of money. So there are a lot of young people outside here. Some can sing. Some they can make things with their hands. What if that person can open a YouTube channel, for example? YouTube channel is one of the ways you can make money in YouTube channel. You just showcase your skills on YouTube, and then there's a way they pay you. There's a way they pay you. And then also we have Instagram, we have all these social media platforms. So you can, your skill, you can now share it with people. And then out of 20 people, you'll get at least 2 people. So I will tell them, don't lose hope, trust God, and also if you have a skill, arise now and run with it.
Wow, that is very nice. Now, some young people are struggling, and I love it as I listen to you. You're young, you're doing your business, you are aligning it to the principles that comes from God. And you want to do it right. But young people keep struggling, even those who are doing business or employed. And especially who are born again, they are Christians, but they're struggling to stand firm and still focus on God. So why do you think this is happening, and what would you advise such people?
Yeah, number one key thing, it's first knowing God. Take time and know God. Because once you know God, when you know God, And the moment you begin studying the Word of God,
Yes.
you will see the character of God.
Wow.
You will see the character of God. You also see what He loves and what He doesn't love.
Amazing.
So before you do anything in life, first just know God.
Yes.
Know who is God.
Uh-huh.
It begins from there, knowing
Yes.
God. Yeah. Knowing God. And then that grace will land on you, and it will help you to stand firm. Even if they'll tell you, hey, take this bribe, do this and this and this, it will be hard because you have had an encounter with God. Yeah.
So from what you have said, does it mean that most of us, young people, are struggling because they have not taken time to know who God is?
Yeah, yeah, because there's a place you can reach in God to the point you fear God.
Yeah.
It will be so hard for you, even if someone comes and gives you, he wants to bribe you, it will be so hard because you are a spirit man. You just feel convicted. You cannot take this and this and this.
Yes.
And also peer pressure. A lot of young people are experiencing peer pressure.
Yes.
Hey, you have seen your friend doing this, and then your friend maybe is advising you wrongly.
Yes.
You see? And then another thing, such kind of a person can seek counsel.
So, okay, those are great points.
Yeah.
And I think if someone was to take that advice, then they can be able to look at their lives and ask themselves questions. Am I there? Or what am I missing? Why do I have really to go two ways instead of one way? And I'm supposed to focus on God and do things right. Because otherwise you can't shine in the marketplace when you have double standards.
Yeah, it's very
You
true.
can't.
Yeah, it's true.
You really have to be aligned towards God as you do whatever you're going to do. So when you go to the missions in schools and work with young people, these are some of the things that you share with them?
Yes, yes.
How after school, what they can do, how they start farming God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe before we end the program, I know we don't have a lot of time, but I want to ask you this question. In this journey of the 2 years journey, have you reached a point and you felt like, I think Fred, I may not have made the right decision to be an entrepreneur?
Yes. Those days have come. You experience a lot of heat. You see, business is like a jungle.
Yes.
And then you are surrounded with a lot of wild animals. So you must maneuver. You must maneuver those wild animals so that you cross over.
Yes.
So the business world is like that. There's a lot of heat, there's a lot of challenges. But people don't realize that challenges are the ingredients of making you to be great in business. So I've experienced those challenges. Sometimes I was thinking, kwani nilijituma vibaya ama what?
Did I hear correct?
Yeah, did I hear correct or what?
Yes.
But if you have that inner conviction, I tell you, even if there are storms of life, you pass through them because you are convicted inside that I can do it. I can pass through these challenges. And me and God, we are the majority.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. What is your last words to the viewers as we finish the program?
Okay. Trust God because without God, we are nothing.
Yes.
Without God, you are nothing. Don't trust your own possession, but first trust God. And then number 2, believe in yourself and also believe in God.
Yes.
And you will prosper.
Wow.
You will succeed in life.
Amen.
Don't give up.
Amen.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for being part of this show, Fred, and I look forward to meet you again.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I believe you've learned from our discussion today, and if you're an entrepreneur there, no need to worry. It is possible. You can make it. Continue holding on. This has been Empower. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. See you next week.